The state of Texas is killing pregnant women. Oh, you don't like that inflammatory entrance? Fine. You can go watch the second video I just made where I only stated facts. Every single thing in that video was just facts with no personal commentary added whatsoever. This video will still be facts, but it will be with my personal commentary included. I will let you guess which one is a more interesting video. So for the Republicans that are coming in here swinging, your punishment is to watch my video where I only say facts. Because apparently that's how the Republicans think we should have to consume news, even though they get to go on Fox News and spout whatever the hell they want with absolutely no regard for the facts or truth or data. The second I have any degree of flair or personality, Republicans are in the comments saying, oh my gosh, she is so dramatic and so theatrical, and it's so... We're done. It's 2025, it's end of days, it's the political apocalypse. I'm gonna call it like I see it. Pregnant women are dying because the state of Texas is killing them. And I'm going to tell you how, with facts and personality. Okay, so first, as always, this ProPublica article is exceptional. If you're not following ProPublica, you should be. Subscribe to them, donate to them. They're doing great work. So they have tracked the rates of sepsis in pregnant women, specifically in the second trimester, from 2017 through 2023. So as you can see here, the sepsis rate for women that are hospitalized and diagnosed with sepsis is 2.9% in 2017. Around that 2.9%, it hovers all the way to 2021. Real quick, we just need to take a detour and talk about miscarriage and how common it is for women. About 10 to 20% of pregnancies will end in miscarriage, and they actually believe this is much higher because oftentimes miscarriages aren't known. They happen before women even realize they're pregnant. There are many types of miscarriages, but the two that are typically most detrimental are incomplete and missed. So either the body doesn't completely rid itself of all of the fetal tissue and some of it remains in the uterus, or the fetus or the embryo dies and the body doesn't recognize that, so it doesn't shed any of that. And either of these cases can lead to septicemia. Septicemia is a tricky little bitch. It is one of the leading causes of death. I think it is the leading cause of death in hospitals in this country. It is the body's immunological response to some sort of injury or infection within the body. There's actually not really a specific treatment protocol. Apparently, it's just supportive care to try to treat the underlying cause that's causing the sepsis, typically infection, but it can progress really, really fast. And when it does so, your organs begin shutting down and you die. To give you an idea of how serious it is, 1.7 million adults in the US are diagnosed each year, and of those, 350,000 die. That's not great. Those aren't great stats. Hang with me here. We got to get through this. On June 24th, 2022, the Supreme Court issues its Dobbs decision, which effectively overturns Roe v. Wade, and the rights to abortion are no longer upheld nationwide. Enter the state of Texas, which has an abortion trigger law that takes effect August 25th of 2022. This law prohibits all abortion except for circumstances where the woman's life is at risk. If doctors perform an illegal abortion, they can face up to 99 years in prison, a $100,000 fine, and lose their medical license. This is all laid out in Chapter 170A of the Texas Code of Health and Safety. You can screenshot it or go read it if you need to fall asleep. But it basically says, hey, abortion is illegal unless the woman is dying. It doesn't say what dying looks like. It just says that's left up to a doctor to decide. So now we go back and look at the rates of sepsis in women that are hospitalized and diagnosed in the second trimester of pregnancy, and we see that the percentage of women in 2023 is now 4.9%. That is a 2% jump from 2017. But let's break down that data even further. We're going to look at the women who were hospitalized and diagnosed with sepsis with a fetal death. And we're going to look at the percentage of women who were hospitalized and diagnosed with sepsis, but they did not have a fetal death. So if you look at the percentage of women who were hospitalized and diagnosed with sepsis, but still had a fetal heart rate, it was 3.7% in 2017. Those that were diagnosed with sepsis and they did have a fetal death, that was 2.1%. The difference there is 1.6%. So now we travel in time to 2023, after the Dobbs decision, after Roe v. Wade has been overturned, after the Texas trigger law takes effect. Are you following me? Not only do we see a rise in the number of sepsis cases, what we see is a disproportional increase here in this line, with the percentage of women diagnosed with sepsis who did not have a fetal death soaring to 6.9%, whereas the ones that were diagnosed with sepsis and did have a fetal death, they were at 3.1%. So the difference between these two groups is now 3.8%. That is disproportionate to the difference that we saw in 2017. You don't have to have a degree in medicine or statistical analysis to see that there's a problem here. And the problem is that the legislature hasn't defined what being close to death looks like. It hasn't told medical professionals when they're allowed to act on behalf of a woman and her life. They've just said, use your judgment, but also if your judgment is wrong, you're going to jail and we're taking your medical license and we're fining you $100,000. And oh, also, you might be subject to civil lawsuits as well. Good luck. So inevitably, doctors are holding back, refusing to give women abortions when they need abortions to survive because they aren't quite sure that it has risen to that level yet, because there is nothing telling them definitively that they are protected in law if they do act to save a woman's life. And if you want to get even more angry with me, the senior counsel, Denise Burke with Alliance Defending Freedom. It's a conservative Christian advocacy group, and they've been the ones that have been leading the cause to overturn Roe v. Wade and try to prevent any type of reproductive freedom for women whatsoever. She said, what is and is not an abortion? What is an abortion emergency? That may need some clarification in some areas. You think, Denise? There are 14 states enforcing bans on abortion throughout the whole of pregnancy. The data from Texas is clear. Women who are pregnant are not safe in the state of Texas. But again, if you feel like this very long and thorough video was not factually founded, please go watch my boring ass video that has only facts for you. Thank you. Bye.